3M Safety Walk Anti-Slip Peelable Coating Application. Floor Preparation. Application method. Tape the perimeter where the coating is to be applied using a 50 mm wide 3M Scotch Blue tape. Additional tapings will provide better protection. In order to achieve best performance and peelability, it is crucial to apply the correct amount of product on a certain area size. Therefore, it is important to measure the area properly. Once you have the area in square meter, calculate how much product is needed for the first coat. To do that, you would need to refer to the coverage table provided in the TDS. Invert and shake the container several times to ensure thorough mixing. Decant the calculated amount to your measuring jar or container. Divide your entire zone or area into manageable stroke lines. Pick your stroke lines lengthwise and not in width. As a rule of thumb, 2 rows of normal size tiles would be considered as a good stroke line. Make sure the correct amount of product is being used for each stroke. Find the middle of your stroke line area and pour the measured amount of product on that line consistently. Place your T-bar head on the floor at the beginning of the stroke line, parallel to the moving direction. Start spreading the coating up and down while you are walking with your T-bar to the other end of the stroke line with a wavy motion. Place your T-bar head at the beginning of the stroke line, but this time almost vertical to the moving direction with a bit of an angle. Start spreading the coating from one end to the other while you are walking with your T-bar with a straight, slow pace. Remember, if you spend too much time on one area, viscosity of the product will increase, and as a result, streaking lines will start to appear. When you are happy with the evenness and consistency of application, it's time to move on to the next stroke line with the exact same method in first stroke. Make sure you start the next stroke quick enough to achieve an even and consistent overlap between stroke lines. Remember, do not push the T-bar downwards to the floor. Always pull or drag the T-bar. When you are finished with the first coat of all strokes, detach the T-bar head, give it a good wash, and put it in a sealed plastic bag for next application. You may want to use a masking tape for the better sealing. Depending on conditions, Allow 2 to 5 hours for the coating to completely dry before recoating. Blowers or industrial fans may be used to accelerate drying time, but do not use them for the first half an hour. Please remember, calculating the right amount of product for each coat is the key to have a successful application. If too much, final film might look patchy, uneven, or very thick in some areas. If too little, final film will be very thin and as a result problem with peelability. When the film is completely dry, it's time to carefully remove the tapes. To do that, it is recommended to use a sharp blade or a cutting tool to cut the film alongside the tape. To avoid damaging the surface, try to run your blade onto the grout lines. Please be cautious about the substrate. Try not to use the blade for cutting if the substrate is a soft vinyl sheet or similar type. Now just easily remove the blue tape off the floor. To protect exposed edges, apply 3M Safety Walk Peelable Coating Edge Sealer 1000. Shake the bottle a few times and remember, the bottle is your applicator. Place the tip of the tube on the floor surface next to the edge of anti-slip coating. Move the tube slowly around outside edges to apply a 2 to 4 mm wide line of sealer. Ensure the sealant makes contact with both the floor surface and the top surface of anti-slip coating. When finished, allow to dry before permitting traffic. Now your 3M Safety Walk Peelable coating application is finished and the floor is ready. If you wish to remove the film, just simply lift the film on a corner edge. And peel it off using a constant pulling force at a 90-degree angle. You may also want to use a scraper if needed. If the area is large, consider cutting the film into manageable sections. Dispose of film in accordance with the local, national, or international regulations.